What's going on, guys? Red Round Music here, bringing you another video. Today I want to start a new series, and it's called Build and Drive. Now, what the idea is it's pretty self-explanatory, but what I'm going to do is I want to buy cars off the auction house, build them up, soup them up, tune them up, and then drive them. So basically, for this episode, I already have the car, and I've already built it, because it was that good that I wanted to do this as the first car in the video. I enjoy this thing very much. It's my beastly off-roading Trans Am. Now, every episode I'll put up the tuning setup. It's up there now. It's on my storefront. So if you want that, I think it's like $80,000 or something. It's a lot of stuff. It's basically built. But I'll go through it too so you can see it. And the specific numbers, so if you want to copy it on another car, you could do that. So first off, I did the stock engine. I believe that's what we have. Yep. Installed is the stock engine. We've got it all-wheel drive swapped. That's pretty important. You don't have to do that, but I would. Just because this is mostly for off-roading, this car at least. And I supercharged it. And that's why we also have that big thing sticking out the damn hood. So when we go over to the aero and appearance, we have the Forza adjustable front bumper. We have the Forza adjustable wing. And we've got this street hood with the scoop, ram air, whatever you want to call that. The bug catcher. So then we go to tires. We've got rally tires. Of course, we've got them fatted out. The rims don't really matter, but I have the, what the hell category are they in? They're in this one. I have the Krager Bonneville series. So if you want those, you could get those. I just like them because they add to the look of the car. At least I have the design this time. Then we've got race clutch, of course. Race transmission, of course. Race driveline. And race differential. We've got race brakes. Rally suspension. We got that rally suspension. You need to travel. We've got race roll bars for both. And we've got the race chassis with the roll cage. That's mostly for the look. You could do you just do the bars if you want. You don't need the whole roll cage. And of course, race weight reduction. Then the engine, I'm pretty sure it's all maxed out. Yep. Everything's maxed out except for so far the ignition. I'll let you know if anything is not. Yep. It's all maxed out except for the ignition, which I could probably do. I don't know why I skipped it. Yeah, we could just add that. So that's all of the upgrade parts that you need for this build. Oh my god, that adds 20 horsepower. Alright, well that's that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go into the tuning menu. I don't think I have to back out for this now. Going into the tuning menu, I have the tire pressure set as this. And depending on what you have your system set on, you might have metric or imperial. The numbers might be different. But I have imperial because I am in America. And that is my numbers for the PSI. I think it goes to like barometrics or something if you have it set elsewhere. So it's 19 and then 20. You want these tires pretty soft because they're off-roading tires. And you don't want to be going too crazy. For the transmission, I have the final drive more towards acceleration because it's more based on a rally car, and I like it having a lot of power really quick, except for when I'm cruising, which then I have 6th gear all the way stretched out for like an overdrive. So set that up. The numbers are all the same for 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and I think 1st. The only things that are different are final drive and 6th gear. Then here we have camber. Both are at nothing. They're both 0. Then for toe, we have it at positive 0.1 degree. And what that does is that lets your car have a little more turn-in response. And it helps you get a little sideways too. And the caster is at 6.5 degrees. Then at roll bars, you want really soft, because when I built this car, in mind I had like dirt racetrack cars in mind where they like lean all the way over when they're turning. Like they lean into the turn. So you want it soft. So I have 7.71. You might not be able to get the exact numbers because I know everybody's game is off, especially with springs. But I have mine at 7.71 at 10.22, and you want to be pretty much as close as that as possible. And I would set the front a little softer so it leans in a little more. Springs you want at 213.3 and 220.6. You might not be able to get those numbers again, but you want to be close, and you definitely want the front a little softer. Then for ride height, I have the back up. I kind of want the back down, to be honest, but I like it where it's at. It feels nice. So I have it at 8.4 and 8.9. Rebound stiffness 3.2 and 3.1. Bump stiffness 2.3. Oh my god. Aero, I have the front towards a little more of the cornering. So I have 76 and 137 as those numbers. Braking, I have it even. I kind of want it a little more here. So I'm going to put it to 43. And I want 97% so it doesn't completely lock up, but it gets there. Differential, I have 87% for acceleration in the front, 0 for deceleration. 100 locked for acceleration in the rear, and 38% for deceleration in the rear. Then I have it more towards the back, and it's at 70%. Now once you do that, you're basically done and you're ready to go. So I'll see you guys out in the field. Alright guys, we are out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh, there goes the train that I ran a BMW into. This thing looks so badass. And I have the carbon fiber on the hood, mirrors, and the spoiler, just for a little bit of flavor. It's all matte black all around. Look kind of weird. I like it like this. It looks kind of like a project car, like a bizarre death machine Mad Max project car, as far as you could make it in this game. So we're out in these fields, which are completely accessible, and it's beautiful for this thing. So we're gonna rip up this dude's fields out here for a little bit. We're gonna play some hardcore farming simulator. See, this thing is just a beast. It doesn't wobble this much. I'm pushing it to like drift. But this thing actually like works. You can use this on the street too. But it's definitely better off-road. But as far as these episodes go, since this is a new series, I should explain it. I'm not always going to do a car like this. In fact, I might be doing cars that I own already, and you might want to just know the setup I have. But for the most part, I want to buy cars off of like the auction house, tune them up, and then go out with them and see what I can do. So it might be a drift car, it might be a drag car, it might be a race car, or it might be something crazy like this. I am absolutely destroying this field. But when you run through these fields, that damage stays there for a little while. And that's how I made that intro for this video, and it looked badass. But this thing's a beast. What are the numbers we're getting? We're getting upwards 850 horsepower. We've got 12 pounds of boost from the supercharger. Basically, you just have to stay out of 6th gear. Sixth gear, I made overdrive, so I'm not driving myself insane driving this on the highway. I said drive a lot. But I can't stand the noise of like a car that's just maxing out on the highway. And when you hop on trails, that's when it's even more fun, because you can hit something, like there's something to hit. Like right here, something like this. So this is like a dead-end street. So let me try to find an actual trail. We're just destroying everything. I hit a tree. We're destroying ourselves. That's what we're doing. Like, it's just fun, this car, to just blast off-road. It's like fast as possible, and it's like extra soft, so you see it lean in. Like, it's fun. Alright, here we are at our trail. We missed it. No. We've died. I was not expecting. First of all, there was a dust cloud, so don't give me no sass. And then I wasn't expecting a random bridge to be here, like a very nonchalant bridge, if you ask me. But this is where this thing's at. Oh, we just missed that guy. We slapped that tree a little bit. Get out the way, bro. We're ripping it here. I'm lost. I can't see. I can't see past the damn bug catcher here. I'm not doing too good. I like being in first person for it because that's when it's the most intense, but I can't get crazy in first person because I can't see past that thing. You don't need that thing if you don't want it. That's just design. Like, I made that so it looks a little crazier. But if you don't want that, you don't need it. I don't think it adds to performance. Might a little. Alright, let's start traveling up into the woods. Alright, here we are. See, this is a little more extreme version of that other area. So we've got a bunch of trees out here. We've got a bunch of like jumps, the hills. We're gonna hit this thing, blast through this dude's banana tree field or whatever this is, and then we're gonna wrap this up. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Hopefully you build this car and you enjoy it. I don't know if it's just my taste for something brutish like this, but this thing is definitely a beast at off-roading. It might need a little tweak here and there with some things, but this is how I like it so far. And it seems to be alright right now, so. Besides its traction to trees. Anyways, that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you next time.